Hello there, villagers. It's back to your regularly scheduled reader tonight. Thanks to Charlotte and Nick for the last 2 days of covering. Today we are reading Peppa and the Christmas Elf, which I might have read before. It looks a bit familiar, but I don't know. So we'll see. Let's see what the voices come out like tonight. We've done our Christmas tree today, so you can enjoy that in the background. So, Peppa Pig and the Christmas Elf. It was Christmas Eve and Peppa and George were making cookies for Santa with Granny and Grandpa Pig. "Are we being helpful?" asked Peppa, whipping the spoon around, getting mixture everywhere. "Oh, yes," said Grandpa Pig. "You're wonderful helpers." "We're like Santa's elves," George said Peppa. George giggled. "Christmas elves." Pages don't want to open. "I wish I could meet an elf," said Peppa. "I bet they love adventures." "Yes," agreed Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig told Peppa and George that as they stirred the mixture, they should make a special Christmas wish. I love the Christmas hat Granny's wearing. "Christmas dinosaur!" cried George. "Shh, George," whispered Peppa. "You're not supposed to tell anyone your wish." George wished for a Christmas dinosaur. Peppa wished for an adventure with a Christmas elf. "Jingle, jingle." "Did you hear that?" asked Peppa. There was a jingly sound coming from outside. "I think my wish has come true." "Shall we go and see?" said Granny Pig. Seriously, these pages don't want to open. "Ah, look at that," said Grandpa Pig as they all got outside. "It's an owl in the Christmas tree, jingling the bells." Can you see him? Oh, working in reverse. There we go. One owl. "Oh," said Peppa, sighing, "it's not my Christmas wish." "Never mind," said Granny Pig. "I'm sure you'll get your wish soon." Just then there was another sound. "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" "Daddy!" cheered Peppa and George. Mummy and Daddy Pig had arrived to pick them up. "Are you ready to ride the Christmas train?" said Daddy Pig. "Yes," said Peppa and George together. "Have fun," said Granny Pig, waving goodbye. "We'll see you later for our Christmas sleepover." So off they go in the car. As Daddy Pig started the engine, Peppa spotted something red peeking out from behind the tree. "Look," she cried, pointing, "a Christmas elf." You see a Christmas elf? That's because there isn't one. I think the red. What's up this side? Hang on, back to front. There we go. This is the red thing she's looking at. Mummy Pig turned around. "Ah, it's a little robin," she said. "Santa has lots of elves," said Peppa. "They can't be all at the workshop, can they?" "Probably not. Maybe you did see one," said Daddy Pig, winking. "Right, let's go on the Christmas train." "Choo choo!" cheered George. When they arrived at the Christmas train platform, Peppa and George were very excited. The train was decorated with lots of twinkly fairy lights. And who's driving it but Miss Rabbit? Miss Rabbit does everything. "All aboard the Christmas train," said Miss Rabbit. "First stop, Christmas helter skelter." "Hooray!" cried everyone. "Choo choo!" said George. Oh, here we go. Really big helter skelter. At the helter-skelter, Peppa looked up and spotted a red hat in one of the windows. "Found you, Christmas elf," she said. But when Mummy and Daddy Pig looked up, all they saw was Molly Mole wearing a little red hat. "Merry Christmas, Peppa!" cried Molly. "Oh, Merry Christmas, Molly!" replied Peppa. Everyone had lots of helter-skelter fun, but soon it was time to move on. "Follow me to the Christmas Ferris wheel!" cried Miss Rabbit. But when Mummy Pig looked, all she saw was Mr. Bull wearing a red hat. At the gingerbread workshop, Peppa spotted the Christmas elf behind the gingerbread house. "Found you, Christmas elf," said Peppa. "Look, Daddy." But when Daddy Pig looked, all he saw was a gingerbread house with a little red hat on top of it. The final Christmas activity was on the sledging hill. As Daddy Pig and George whisked off, Peppa spotted an elf sledging too. "Follow that elf, Mummy!" she cried. Peppa and Mummy whizzed off. Their sledge raced down the hill. The sledge was going so fast Mummy Pig couldn't stop it. "Ah!" she cried at the speeding sledge. It zoomed up into the air and landed. Oh. In a snow elf. Splush. "Who put that there?" said Mummy Pig, covered head to toe in snow. "It wasn't me, Mummy Pig," said Daddy Pig. "It must have been a Christmas elf." "Anyway, time to go," said Daddy Pig. "Granny and Grandpa Pig will be waiting for us." "Yippee!" said Peppa and George. When Peppa and George got back to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house, they put out some cookies for Santa and got ready for bed. Peppa told them all about her adventures with the elf. "But I didn't even get to talk to the elf," she said. "Time to sleep, little one," said Granny Pig. "May all your Christmas wishes come true." But Peppa and George didn't hear. They were already asleep. Very early on Christmas morning, Peppa and George ran in to wake Mummy and Daddy Pig. Boing, boing. They ran into Granny and Grandpa Pig's bedroom and woke them up too. Boing, boing. They all headed downstairs to find what Santa had left for everyone. "Kiss my dinosaur!" cried George. His Christmas wish had come true. Look, see? Suddenly, Peppa heard a sound. Jingle, jingle. She looked up. Right at the very top of the tree was a toy. "Christmas elf!" cried Peppa, jumping up and down. Peppa cuddled the Christmas elf. "Thank you for the adventure," she whispered. Peppa's Christmas wish had come true. Mummy Pig took off the elf's hat and secretly put it on Daddy Pig's head. I don't think he's noticed, you. "What's that?" asked Daddy Pig, reaching up and finding the hat. He looked at Mummy Pig. "Wasn't me," said Mummy Pig. "Must have been the Christmas elf." Peppa loves her Christmas elf, and everyone loves Christmas. I'm going to start that again because that was a bit rubbish. Peppa loved her Christmas elf. Everyone loves Peppa's Christmas elf. May all your Christmas wishes come true too. Good night.